your girl Javy, High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2023, baby. Welcome. Happy birthday, Virgo Sun. Thank you for your service, darling. You make the world go round. Absolutely. Be sure to check out the Virgo season astrology video as well as your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Y'all already know Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. For free shit, check out my Instasham at JustJ_everything. TikTok at JustJEverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. So, darling, hydrate, light it if you've got it. I'm just like going in. I don't have my water. I'm instructing you guys to do stuff that I haven't done. We're in Virgo mode. Absolutely. So that feels appropriate. We're just thanking my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for a safe space to receive the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2023. It just feels like let's get into it. Aliens, yeah. Are you feeling like one? Feeling strange? Your ruling planet, Mercury, is in your sign, but is also retrograding in your sign until September 15th, I want to say. September 5th. September 15th. I was correct. There feels something very matter-of-fact, very self-righteous, possibly merited, warranted. But Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, I feel like there's a quiet confidence brewing around you, and there is a quiet need to acknowledge the inefficiencies, to acknowledge the inequalities. First card out to be clarified on the selenite throne. I got this light too bright, damn it. Is the Six of Pentacles reversed. And this lets me know that there is something here with like, fuck, am I gonna have to adjust this? There is something here with like an imbalanced power dynamic. You are done accepting breadcrumbs. You have absolutely earned your stripes. There is something here about like being done, like giving to the, not like being done giving to the needy, but I feel like some of you, these motherfuckers ain't needy no more. You've helped them. They have like rehabilitated themselves. They are, yeah, some of you, I just feel like there's something here about your spidey senses are already tingling or telling you that something is off. The Six of Pentacles reversed says that there could be some sort of like disharmony that's felt in regards to money, in regards to your physical body, in regards to stress, in regards to like what's owed to you. In regard, some of you just may be feeling like underappreciated. That just made me think of Underappreciated by Christina Aguilera. But I'm not the one who chooses the channeled songs all the time. But there is something here about handouts. All the people that you give to, do they show up for you the way you show up for them? There could just be something where you're just feeling fucking tired of the imbalance. Tired of this Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn not pulling their weight. Some of you, maybe a Scorpio not pulling their weight. Some of you, I feel like someone is sick, or someone that you know is like very ill or facing some kind of like very serious disease. And I feel like there's nothing that you can do, babe. they're not trying to help themselves, so you can't be out here. All you can do is bring a horse to water. Don't be out here wrecking all of your energy and exerting all of your energy and burning yourself out because somebody refuses to drink. Somebody refuses to evolve or better themselves. That's not on you. Don't be a groupie. Keep it fucking moving. I love you. But the Six of Pentacles reverse just says that it's time to identify the disharmony, and the sun reveals, the sun illuminates, and I feel like the sun is going to illuminate the disharmony and Mercury is going to help you articulate it. Mercury retrograde is going to help you really like stop over analyzing, because I feel like some of you, it's like something is very obvious, but some conflict or some resolution to a conflict is very obvious in front of your face, but you haven't been able to see it. And that's why the retrogrades are really here to help turn things right side up and reveal to you the true path to harmony and what you're actually seeking, what you're actually feeling, what you actually want to express. There may be somebody with Libra placements that is not acting very balanced or fair, or is maybe being unhinged, or is maybe really off their game in some sort of way. I feel like someone with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Libra placements is kind of holding on by a thin thread, or someone may be controlling them. There may be someone behind the scenes controlling them or controlling you, or you need to make sure that you're not pulling the strings, or you're not being a control freak, which Lord knows you are. Yeah, 10 of Cups. Because I feel like don't play with your, don't tamper with the possibility for your 10 of Cups coming to you. That fulfillment, that understanding, that the ability to turn your back on the inequality, the ability to turn your back on the imbalances. There may be some sort of brand new chapter with this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or with this Libra. Especially only if you're married or engaged or have some sort of commitment. I feel like, yes, there is a way out, or a way to a better place in your marriage, a better place in your commitment. If you're in school, I feel like something sort of equals out or levels out when it comes to your schoolwork, or the 10 of Cups coming out like for your birthday. Hey, there is something here about like to have a good time, you gotta cut out all the bullshit. And Virgo, I say it all the time, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, Captain Save-A-Ho shit. You at some point you gotta tend to it, you gotta address it, you gotta call it out, you gotta uproot it out of you. Like, you should only be charging into battle for very specific worthy causes, or if the divine is telling you, your spirit is telling you to do so. Not out of some like place of, oh, I'm an empath and I can't help but blah blah blah. That's your fucking undealt with trauma talking. Stop with the empath shit. All of us are fucking empaths. And all of our empathy is birthed out of some sort of trauma, out of some form of neglect. It's our gift. Thanks for all the trauma, Saturn. Now we have spiritual gifts. Cool. And we absolutely will be using them. We have to use them, but you can't just be out here being a wide open sponge. And I feel like some of you are learning finally, or starting to learn how to like protect yourself. Like, you can't just be all wide open with these people who perpetuate instability, who perpetuate lack and scarcity. These people who can never get their finances right, who always are asking you for money, or always asking like people in your family for money, or there may just be someone, I just feel like the shit is imbalanced, or something is unfair. In some sort of way, you have been accepting breadcrumbs of what you actually deserve, or someone around you has been accepting breadcrumbs And I just feel like there's this turning away finally. There's a moving forward. The Ten of Cups is like onward to the rainbow. Onward to our like particular brand of like the next 12 hours of day, our next light, our next like happy chapter. There is this fullness, there is this invigoration, this satisfaction. Nothing even else wants to come out. Ten of Cups is like, happy birthday, you get what you want. I don't know why, I just got in my nose the smell of Reggie. Damn, I haven't smelled that in a while. You remember like old school weed, like with the seeds and stems and shit in it? So there could be something coming back from the past, old like hood rat tendencies, the hood rat shit you used to do with your friends. Someone you haven't seen in a while. Maybe somebody named Reggie. The Page of Wands, it kind of flipped over. It came out reversed, but there could be something here with like a bully or a child of yours, someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, Virgo. There could be a child that is coming back home or has had like having a hard time at school, having a hard time on the playground, having a hard time with maybe a new parent is dating somebody. Maybe you are dating somebody new, and one of your children or their children is acting up in some sort of way. Page of Wands reversed says also that if there's some sort of if there's like a hot and something maybe like start stop, like someone here for a good time, not a long time, something that not getting off the ground possibly. Some of you have this like very specific fantasy about this person with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. And I just feel like that reality starts to really break the fantasy. Hello, Neptune retrograde across from you in your shadow. And Page of Wands reverse says like the initial stages of something that you were passionate about or someone you were passionate about or sexually interested in, it may not be going as planned, or there could be some sort of a confrontation, or you find out this person is immature or childish or mean to other people. Like someone could be like mean to the server, mean to a janitor, mean to a child. And like I feel like someone's showing you some red flags before you it's like you get to be privy to some shit. And when people show you who they are, believe them. People are out here telling on themselves all the time, Virgo. And I feel like you usually are the one to pick up on it. So trust your gut, trust your instinct. Page of Wands reverse also means some like confrontational messages could be coming in. I feel like Mercury retrograde in Virgo plus Mars there at the tail end and Mars leaving may have you talking outside your neck, or other people talking outside their neck, and you wanting to bust somebody upside the head. Be careful of like immature, petty, emotional outbursts. The Page of Wands reverse also says maybe your sex drive is waning in some sort of way. And like you thought, oh, once I accomplish this thing, I'll feel better. Once I've made, hit this milestone, then I'll focus on my relationship, or I'll focus on my kids, or I'll focus on this passion project. And I just feel like you may be feeling a bit drained with Mercury retrograde in your sign. You may not have all the energy that you're wanting to have. We're winding down. We're closing out summer. We're getting ready for fall already. And some of you, this could be like, I feel like be sure to keep taking your vitamin D. Because with us, like when the sunlight starts to wane, you don't want to just like run face first into seasonal depression and into the sads. That's avoidable. So make sure your supplement game is on point, Virgo. All right, final two cards, final two messages. I just feel like there could be just something that you thought was starting that there's a bit of a delay. Page of Wands reversed. Like I said, it could be bullying, it could be immature behavior, messages that you, like unexpected messages, or messages that communication's not going the way that you want them to, possibly. I also feel like if you're dealing with someone much younger than you romantically, I feel like their age starts to show. So then you may go from being romantically interested in someone to just sexually interested into them, or just like losing all interest because of some dumb, immature shit that gets said. This feels like, damn, why did you have to ruin it and open your mouth? Why did you have to... that may not be for everybody, but this could be an employer or a possible job or a new employee. The cards are so reticent for you guys. It's like very specific, and that feels like be slow to speak, Virgo. Say less this season. Observe more. I feel like you'll get a lot done by way of just paying attention. You'll be able to like call out what needs to be called out, eradicate what needs to be eradicated. You'll be able to like operate in moderation in a way more like healthy way. Some of you, your kid is not, like your kid or your kids are not making the decisions that you want them to. Four of Swords reversed. And I just feel like they're like kind of a reflection of you. I don't mean to say it this way, but it's like you don't chill out. So how the fuck are they supposed to know how to chill out? You don't, sit down and get quiet and teach them how to meditate. So how are they supposed to know that? Are they doing that for you? Some of you, I feel like your kids are the ones who are like helping you learn how to calm down. Like some of you, it's like they're helping you. Your kids are, people younger than you are like helping you or guiding you like off the ledge. Talking you off of like like broken promises or romantic situations that didn't go as planned. I feel like make sure like, bruh, be careful about what your kids are privy to. And I feel like don't put your kids in the position where they're like raising you or having to console you. Like that's not their role. And that's exactly how fucking empaths get bred. When a child has to be so acutely attuned to the way that you breathe, to the look on your face, to the way that you open or close the door, to the way that you end your sentences, to the tone in your voice. Final card, final message. You're really being asked to evaluate. It's like you got to, in order to acquire this 10 of Cups, Virgo, in order for it to get clear, you're going to have to really access your inner angry child or angry teenager. And you're going to have to use your words. Write things out. Articulate. Say what you mean. Mean what you say. There's insight coming in by way of your crown chakra, by way of like you are getting this divine information. It's being processed through your third eye. Some of you are getting like strong intuitive hits, and it's blocked at your throat. And you're going to have to say something. And once you say something, once you garner that, once you acquire that courage, that personal power, it may come through anger. It may come by way of rage. It may come by way of accident. But I feel like the new stability in the realm of the mind, the fulfillment, the 10 of Cups happiness, it's on the other side. It's like you can't even see it. It's like you can't see it. It's blinded out because some stuff from the childhood needs to be uprooted, because that's the real blind spot. Or that's the real like source. The source of the discomfort, the source of the imbalance. It's because you're putting it all on your reasoning mind. You are a spirit having a human experience, Virgo, and you're not going to be able to reason and logic your way through a spiritual journey. And even just like an earthly journey, where you're going and how like you've developed at this point, you realize, I feel like on a very internal level, in a very subconscious level, you realize and you know that you can't keep going about life the same way, ignoring your intuition. I say it all the time. Virgos and Capricorns are the most slept on intuitives of the zodiac. Y'all be fucking knowing. But you be sitting there knowing and knowing and knowing and still looking for the facts and still looking for dots to connect and still trying to make things make sense. And it's just like, how, you know all this shit is fake, right? You know all of it's real at the same time also. So where can you find like the fulcrum point between those two opposites? And that's where the individuation process happens, according to Jung, Carl Jung. Finding that middle point between the polarities. All of this shit is real and all of it's fake. So where can I meet it in the middle? How can I arrive? How can I enjoy the realness and enjoy the fakeness? How can I manipulate the game of life that I'm playing? Once I find the crux. Final card, final message. 3 of the 4 cards are reversed, so that retrograde is going to be bringing in new information, new data, new experiences for you to reevaluate so that you can have a shift in perspective. In Virgo season, you really need to prioritize your footing. You really need to prioritize getting grounded. The stances that you're like, what is the stance that you're taking? What is the goal? What is the objective here? And do you believe that you can have the things that you pray for? Or do you just be praying just to pray? All like faithlessly, you know? You might as well not even waste your breath if you don't believe that you can have it, if you don't believe in what you're praying to or who you're praying to or that you're worthy of receiving it, then you might as well not even pray. Judgment reversed, 7 of Swords reversed 7 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Damn, Virgo, I didn't think it would be this real. I thought it was going to be your birthday and everything was going to be all chill and you know, in true fucking Virgo fashion, you're having to break free of this lack and scarcity mentality by way of, and I think that breakthrough happens by way of like what we were just talking about, that understanding that everything is everything is fake and everything is real. That shit is going to be a huge breakthrough for you. Once you can start to play with it, once you can start to just like test out this simulation and like for fucking science, you know what I mean? It's like you've lived so much of your life choosing faith, choosing fear. And now it's like, what is it? What happens? What's the outcome of choosing faith? What's the outcome of letting go of the need for everything to make sense and you to see all the facts with your physical eyes and for you to have the game plan and blah, 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 blah bullshit? I'm telling you. Some of you are being really, 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 really fucking hard-headed when it comes to your spiritual journey and listening to your intuition and doing what the divine is telling you to do. Some of you are really, really struggling to trust God. And that's okay. You're going to learn today. That's how this feels. Judgment reverse is like, get off the fucking fence. When did you start doubting yourself this much? Who placed all this doubt, all this fear and insecurity in you? Why are you afraid to come to me? Why are you afraid to go to the divine? Why are you afraid to access source? Why are you running from your higher self? Why are you running from your inner child? Why are you running from that fractal of divinity within you? Why are you running from that internal success mechanism? You're just making it harder on yourself, babe. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising, the more that you ignore, when you ignore the trumpet of truth, you build houses of fucking hay. When all you had to do is get quiet and receive this here instruction so you could be resurrected. But you want to keep doing it your way? All right, baby. Mercury retrograde is going to show you. And the sun is going to reveal to you. I'm burning up. I wish I had my water. It's just like it's going to be revealed that you've got to prepare. You know how to prepare. But when you do this thing where you give and give and give and give and give and give to everybody else and you're the last to receive your portion, you're going to learn the repercussions of that. And I feel like some of you are going to learn to see the narcissism within that. Some of us are with Virgo placements. There's something here about like this, it's like an outdated source of validation. Like, oh, look at how much I'm, like, everybody's life is better because I'm in it. Look how much I show up for people. I do everything for everybody. Nobody does anything for me. And then it turns into martyr mode. And then you end up sounding like a fucking Cancer. Can we not? I'm sorry I'm being so harsh on you. I know it's your birthday, but this is like the mercurial energy. This is Pluto here in retrograde in Capricorn. There is an Earth trine that's going on right now. Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, Pluto in Capricorn, and then Mercury and Mars in Virgo. These Earth trines are getting our asses all the way together. And so let me zoom out for a little bit. Six of Pentacles reversed. It's time to get your footing. It's time to believe that you're worthy of receiving. The scales want to recalibrate. The divine wants to give you what you want for your birthday, wants to give you the things that you want. But how can it if you are just going to allow yourself to be like holding on to all of these really petty, immature, or childish thing? Like, I feel like some of you, it's like you have abandonment wounds, you have true trauma, you have all these trauma bonds, that there's all these stabs in the back, these lies, these deceit, all this neglect, and you're like not taking it seriously. I feel like some of you are really struggling to articulate the ways that you were wronged, and it's impacting how you control everything. It's like you struggle and you want control over everything because you had so little control before, because you had so little stability before. But if you keep exerting that control and there could just be an icky thing that comes out of you exerting this control and you wanting to be the one that saves everybody. There is empathy and narcissism and empathy, which is why those two attract each other. Notice that people who aren't narcissistic, how do I rephrase this without offending everybody? Notice who in your life hasn't ever dated a narcissist or doesn't complain about all this narcissistic energy around them. Pay attention to who in your life does constantly talk about how narcissistic everybody is. That person calling everybody a narcissist got all these fingers pointing back at them. So if that's you, sorry, not sorry. I'm saying it with love. Open your eyes, because there is a new way to fulfillment. You just can't see it yet. All the light, all the other cards, I can get a certain angle on, like a certain angle to show up, almost, to show like the clarity of the card, except for this 10 of Cups. And I feel like some of you are having like, it's almost, it feels like you're waiting for something. Like, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. And I feel like the rain is some stuff that's been lurking from the childhood. And the rain is some stuff that's been lurking in your subconscious mind that you've been running from. It may involve someone with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. This may be somebody you have a kid with. This may be somebody that you work with, someone that you've known since you were a child, someone that took care of you or you took care of them. I feel like you have angry things to say. You have things you want to say. You have betrayal or hurt that you need to express, and you're keeping yourself from saying things because you just don't think it'll make a difference. And you're doing yourself a disservice by prioritizing everybody else's comfortability and their fragility over your truth. You deserve to be heard. Let yourself be heard. Get all this shit off your chest. If you don't, you end up having to deal with all of these unnecessary confrontations. And it's just like things get uglier than they need to when you could have just slowed down, like Mercury retrograde is begging you to. Slow down. Evaluate the ways that you've been hurt. Evaluate the things that you need to say so that you can work on your delivery, so that you can work on your tone, so that you can make decisions, so that you can make right decisions quickly, and so that you can allow yourself to be resurrected from the divine, so you can allow yourself to hear the call of the God of your understanding, and so that that God of your understanding, and so that it can awaken whatever numb or atrophied parts of you that are all in the tinglies. There is expansion, especially in your career. There's expansion in your heart. There's expansion in your throat. Some of you are going in, like, need to go into sales, or need to go into a new job, or need to go into more like social media, or need to go into a different like field, or something that involves you speaking or teaching or using your voice in some sort of way. And you've been having a hard time with Judgment Reverse. You've been having a hard time trusting yourself. And it's like, yo, let's get to the root of this self-doubt. Let's get to the root of this indecision. And the root of it is in your inner child. It's in your angry teenager that has so much information to reveal to you. Happy birthday, bitch, of course, you know. I'm just kidding. I call you bitches because I don't know your names individually, hun. Chill out. But there is something here about, you know, it's just not going to be peaches and cream. It's not supposed to. Can we get that out of our fucking, like, vocabulary where we just, like, think life is just supposed to constantly be this from treat to treat to treat? That's bullshit. And I'll see you over on Patreon so we can get into it. I love you. Happy birthday. All right, Virgo, let's get into it. I want to start by pointing out only one court card and only one major arcana. So a lot of your season is left up to you and your decision-making skills, which is why this retrograde is happening, and you're going to see the flaws in some of your decisions, or the flaws in some of your thinking, the flaws in some of your logic. The Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck says you will observe those flaws and move away from them. You will take what is valuable and the data that is necessary and move away from indecision. I do feel like there is some sort of like business decisions or changes in business, changes in money, changes in like there could be just like a noticing, like take a look at all the expense, like the money that is going out versus what's coming in. Please clarify the Six of Pentacles reversed. I just feel like there is some sort of like new firm ground for you to stand upon when it comes to your self-worth, when it comes to your relationship to your physical body, when it comes to this connection with this Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or Libra. There is something here. I also feel like you just may be like feeling like you're an ATM, or feeling like you're like things don't go your way, or you may be really just aware of some like imbalances in your family, imbalances in work life, in love life. But I do feel like there are huge opportunities to change them. It just will require you to stop being so ruled by your reasoning mind and to get into your shadow, which is Pisces. It's the spirit world. Pisces is, I believe, it's your faith. And how long are you going to run from it? How long are you going to run from that very spiritual, like deeply attuned, connected side of yourself? That grounded, things wouldn't feel so chaotic in your mind if you would ground. You're an earth sign. Please clarify the Six of Pentacles reversed. And I just feel like you're earning your stripes in some sort of way, or you have earned your stripes. And there could just be some sort of injustice, or you're getting really tired of seeing. I would stop, do not watch the news. I feel like stop watching the news. Stop like paying attention for all these or seeking out like breaking news and headlines. Like you're going to find out about the important shit anyway. So, but there is something here about, damn, Seven of Swords again. With the Two of Swords, which are indicative of these two swords that he's leaving behind here, make me think of this. Nice, with the Four of Wands underneath. So, hey, there is something going on about willful blindness, about defensiveness. You're clinging too much to your logic, and all this water, intuition, spirituality, creativity has been put on the back burner, and it's time to reassess your values. With the King of Pentacles coming out to clarify, I feel like there is something, maybe some of you find out that someone's kind of skimming some off the top or overcharging you, or there could be some sort of like betrayal in business or something that makes you want to leave the company that you're in or go in a different direction. I feel like you have established enough stability in your life or consistency in your life where you can break free and you can go away from things. Or also maybe somebody with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements that is doing something deceptive or has like, but there could be like a shady behavior or feeling stolen from, or somebody thinks they got away with some shit and they won't. If you are doing shady shit, you will get caught. So let me go ahead and not only caught, but like somebody is like going to jail or going under the jail, or there is some kind of verdict that comes out that's not in the, like, that doesn't go the way that you think that it's going. There may be somebody that you thought was a protector, someone that you thought was strong and stable, and they deceived you, they lied, they maybe manipulated. Maybe you're watching people who you thought were stand-up people be really shitty people, or you're seeing the truth. I feel like the veil is being lifted, you know, and you have the option to cut and run, to like get yourself to a safe place and to get out of this fantasy that like you're safe with these kind of dangerous or shady people. I feel like if something feels off, you know that if something feels off, it is, and you need to do something about it in your season. I feel like your relationship or your concept of like love or family or where you think things are going, something's definitely shifting. Something I feel like definitely has you, has disrupted you in some sort of way. And I just feel like, what is the source of your dis-ease? A lack of knowledge of yourself, a lack of knowledge of the truth. Please clarify the Ten of Cups. I feel like you're breaking away from this old concept of what success is, what family is, what wealth is, what health is, what joy is, what fulfillment is. You're redefining fulfillment, and you are being refined in your season. And Mercury retrograde in your sign will happily break your shit down so that you can rebuild it correctly. But you got to acknowledge what what you really want. And in what you have, is that what you really want? How can you, what sadness or what old outdated narrative or mindset do you need to break away from so you can experience peace and joy and happiness? Please clarify the Ten of Cups. I also feel like someone just may come in and burst your bubble, or you burst someone's bubble. Be careful not to like piss anybody in anybody's pool, but I do feel like there is some sort of major truth being revealed. Yeah, okay. There is some sort of a betrayal. Someone lied. Especially if this has something to do with like legal stuff. I feel like if it involves this Two of Swords again on the bottom of the deck, it's like some of you, like you don't know what to believe. You don't know who to believe. And I just feel like you need to start to listen to your gut. You need to start to familiarize yourself with the sensation of your spirit. Please continue to clarify the Ten of Cups. Five of Swords reverse. I just feel like scratch a lie, found a thief. You figured some shit out. Yep, and the divine's gonna, especially if it involves somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. I feel like someone may have lied to you. Someone may have lied, like there could have been something here about like you're finding out the truth, or someone's story isn't the same as what actually happened. You may be realizing that someone isn't like as good of a friend or as good as of a lover, as good as of an employee or a boss as you thought possibly. And there are opportunities to get to higher ground, opportunities to get to safety, opportunities to start a new life. The divine is like giving you the magic wand of manifestation, and you need to make sure that you at least are in a receptive place. Those of you who are in a couple, either some of y'all are breaking up or some of you have overcome something and the divine is rewarding you. If you are in a controlling relationship, I feel like you're about to figure this out. If you're in an abusive relationship, there's some aha moment coming up. I feel like there could be a lot of arguing. There could be some tit for tat shit. Be careful of, don't get your lick back. Don't try to like get your lick back or try to like get your revenge or get a leg up. I feel like, I'm telling you, justice and the divine are going to handle it way better than you ever will be able to. So do not seek out revenge because you will block your blessings. Please clarify the Page of Wands reversed. I feel like you're finding out that someone was a fucking bully, or someone was mean, or someone is mean-spirited or childish or immature. There could be some sort of bad news that comes in that may burst your bubble, or you may be involved in a project that doesn't have all the necessary tools that you need to like be successful. But I also feel like some of you may feel something new emerging, this uprising of fire, this uprising of courage, this uprising of personal power, and you may not know how to turn it into action. You don't know how to turn this fire into action because you refuse to do this. You refuse to get still. Virgo, you always got like music going, the TV's on, you're working on something on your project, on your computer, you're texting 3 people, you're cooking a meal, you're yelling at the kids, you're trying to get somebody to mow the lawn. There's always just like 8,000 things that you allow to distract yourself from the voice of your higher self. It's like you stay running from your internal success mechanism, and it's time to figure out why. Where did you learn that from? And when has it ever been wronged? How many times do you need to like know something in your bones and then you do what you think logically you need to be doing and it ends up that you were right the whole time? How many times do you need that experience? I'm letting you know now, if you don't stop running from meditation, if you don't stop running from your mind, if you don't start running from the truth, if you don't stop running from the fact that you are still in pain about something. He's holding the 3 swords. There's the 3 swords here that get transmuted into downloads and data and information, and you're still running from allowing yourself to receive or at least acknowledge the fact that there's still a lot of pain, disappointment, heartache, confusion. There's still a lot of that. The 3 of Swords, y'all already know, that's the quintessential heartbreak card. The heart with the 3 swords in it. The 3 of Swords are these 3 swords that he's holding. And he's holding these swords and able to cut these people off from the 4 to the 5 because of insight and information that was given to him in the 4. But if you're running from this new stability in the realm of the mind, then how can you know what's appropriate or who's appropriate to cut off or who to give these tools to or who to get resources from or who to trust? If you're not familiar with yourself, if you're not trusting yourself, then you're not trusting other people as much as you think you are. And if you're not trusting yourself, then possibly some of you are trusting other people way too much. Please clarify the 4 of Swords reversed. And I just feel like no more running away from your subconscious mind, no more running away from quiet time, from meditation, because you're keeping yourself stagnant. And the divine's done. You have way too much power and ability to break out of these binds. They loose as fuck. Take the blindfold off and you'd see that none of these swords are impaling you. None of these thoughts, words, like all that you were running from, it just kept you stagnant when you could have been free. you know, and we all have to learn our lessons. So I'm not trying to suggest you play the shoulda, coulda, woulda game. I'm just saying, get here, get busy, get busy being still. Get busy seeking out the God of your understanding. Get busy reaching for peace in the realm of your mind. Because if you reach for it, you'll start to see. Hey, I've been motivated by a lot of pain. I've been motivated by betrayal. I've been motivated by the wrong things, and it's kept me stagnant for too long. But I'm letting that old version of me die. The ways that I was impaled. I'm letting it die, and I'm looking at the sun, and the sun is starting to push out the night. Your 12 hours of day are coming, but you've got to acknowledge the night. You've got to acknowledge the pain, because there's data there for you. And it's time to remove all of these swords from your heart, from your mind. There's this mental restriction, because it's like you're trying to fill your life up with busy work and do all and accomplish all these things, when what you're really like, the purpose right now is very emotional. It's very spiritual. You're being asked to be creative, enthusiastic, confident, and fucking courageous, to take a risk into diving into the real foundation of, like, what is the 10 of Cups for you? What is that ultimate fulfillment? What is that ultimate creative or emotional goal? What do you want your life to look like? How can your actions match your ambitions if you don't know what your true ambitions are, if you're not checking in? You know, and so there is something here about taking the time to overcome fear. And the fear, I feel like, is bound up in your inner child. Please clarify judgment. Judgment reverse, like, justice is the deliberation, judgment is the verdict. So for those of you in a legal situation, something legally may not necessarily go your way, or there could be a surprising ruling that comes in. But I also feel like judgment reverse is like you're judging or doubting yourself or other people way too harshly. And this could cause you to miss opportunities, because if you choosing to stay here versus allowing yourself to get quiet and receive the information and therefore be awoken, be resurrected. This is not a season for you to be cautious. And the closer that we get to Libra season, you know, you should be moving forward with pride and confidence, because you'll be able to see if you do the work to remove the veil and remove this, like, this illusion of I've got to do all these things and everybody depends on me to do all these things, and what happens if I don't do these things? Everything will fall apart. See what happens. See who, that way you can have the truth. If you don't trust anybody to pick up and, like, help, then you got wrong team members. You need new team members. Stop withholding your truth. You're withholding your truth from yourself, and it's causing you to betray yourself in some sort of way, and then you end up blaming other people when it's really just, no, you're keeping yourself blind. So you've got to, like, get quiet and figure out what this, like, what integrity means to you. Like, the divine is absolutely, like, watching you and those around you and the people that you're hanging out with. And I just feel like you need to give yourself some time and space to really think about these, like, what the important matters. Like, so that you can really learn the lessons that you need to learn, so that you can move forward with awareness and with divine hearing, like divine sight and divine, like, audience, like clairaudience is how that feels. Please clarify judgment reverse. I do feel like you are being too critical of your past actions, possibly. Maybe you're not giving yourself the forgiveness that you need to move forward. But I do also feel like the divine judgment reverse is really like, yo, God, the universe, whatever you like to call them, God's like, yo, I'm trying to help you dodge a bullet. I'm trying to give you all these resources and tools. I'm trying to give you all this information, but you're frustrating yourself by ignoring our connection. It's like God is trying to send you a message and you are ignoring it or not listening. And they're calling you, you're being called to something bigger. And the call doesn't just go away, baby. It gets louder. It gets more uncomfortable. Then it gets to, let go or be dragged time. So there is some sort of like a need, and you'll know when to push forward. You'll know when to push past fear, but it's time. It's especially the closer we get to Libra season. It's time to push past that fear, that self-doubt, and trust that the universe got you. And that the light, the dark, it's all happening in your favor. So let's, get away from this mindset that, like, get out of the woe is me shit. Because the sooner that you listen, the sooner you'll feel reborn. And you'll be able to, like, really tap into, like, your true calling. So, of course, I can't believe I ended up going it so hard on you guys. But Virgo season for you guys is like, yo, what's up with your self-awareness? There is a lack of self-awareness, and that's not like you. There is some sort of like issue with doubt or self-loathing or withholding the truth or stagnation or some like, you can't make decisions. Good. You don't make good decisions when you've got all this here. And so there is some strong period of reflection that's needed. Because you're making decisions like hastily, or maybe some of you are just like stuck on the fence. And if you get quiet, you get the information that you need to get off the fence. Because this is a majorly karmic and cosmically consequential time of your life. There is some sort of rebirth or reawakening or a revelation or a breakthrough. There is this call to action. And you know exactly what needs to change. Hello, Mercury, your ruling planet, retrograding. It's like you're not listening, and I'm trying to lead you to life. I'm trying to illuminate you, the sun coming out. There could be some sort of truth that's coming out, or a powerful conversation or a confrontation with someone with Gemini, Virgo, or Leo placements. Maybe Leo, maybe Sagittarius or Aries too. But I do feel like there is some sort of a truth in a love situation, truth in a workplace, some sort of realization, a decision that needs to be made. The trumpet of truth is blaring in your life. And it's time to take a stand. It's time to tell the truth. It's time to face the situation and become a leader. Because we're not doing this anymore. You don't need to carry around this conflict anymore. And if you don't take advantage of motherfucking Mars in your sign, this boost of like authority and energy, like, if you don't take it, you'll delay your happiness. You won't miss out on the happiness, you'll just delay it. And you don't need to delay it anymore. You want to get to the Ten of Cups, but let's be honest that we're here. There's something that you're sad about. Upset about. The cup has, the milk has spilled. The truth is out. Especially if this has to do with somebody with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Aries placements. I just feel like you are learning how to be independent. There is some major emotional inventory that is needed in regards to authority, discipline, in regards to your relationship to your parents, your father specifically. I just feel like you can have so much comfortability if you allow yourself to surrender to the fact that it's time to get intimate and naked with the divine, so that you can actually like hear what the fuck is going on, because you have direct access to it. You do. And that's the most frustrating thing with y'all. You have all the access in the world. Your shadow is Pisces, baby. Magic is constantly flowing around you. And if you do your part to surrender The fact that you're sad or depressed or overworked or overwhelmed or you feel betrayed or whatever it is, you feel lied to, you maybe feel taken advantage of, whatever this is, you got to boss up and look at it and be honest, like boss up with yourself. And that requires you being really, really nice to yourself so that you can have a serene, peaceful conversation with your internal critic and a peaceful conversation with the God of your understanding so that you can get into a place of peace. But it will require you to make different decisions. The ball is in your court, baby. You got this. I love you.